And I figure let's take this opportunity to chat a little bit about some news, or as I'm calling it, non-news, because uh, you know it's it's not exactly news in the sense that it's coming from an official source. It's a little hard to describe, but what I'm talking about is actually the NVIDIA GeForce Now database leak. So, uh, a few days ago, there was this, a leak from NVIDIA, and this list basically has a bunch of games that are supposedly coming out, whether it be on PC or whatever. And it has a lot of stuff that we possibly have heard about through rumors, or maybe have not heard about before. And it's a very, very interesting list. And NVIDIA actually put out an official statement. Let's actually read it right now. NVIDIA is aware of an unauthorized published game list with both released and or speculative titles used only for internal tracking and testing. Inclusion on the list is neither confirmation nor an announcement of any game. NVIDIA took immediate action to remove access to the list. No confidential game builds or personal information was exposed, which is really good, by the way. Good. It's good that no personal information was exposed during that. So, let's see. I'm trying to find the list itself. But they said it was speculative in nature, right? Meaning that it's almost like an educated guess as to whether these things are going to come to PC. And on the list, there's stuff that we do know about, like Days Gone, and stuff that we may have thought or took a educated guess as to if they were going to come out, like say God of War, and we knew about the Uncharted collection coming out to PC. But then it gets into other stuff, and that's kind of where I start to kind of perk up and be like, huh? That's interesting. Let's see. Resident Evil 4 Remake? Pretty interesting. I'm looking at the list now. Something called Bioshock 2022. Again, that's a Chrono Cross remaster? Whoa, hello. That's crazy, but the reason why I wanted to mention it here while I'm playing this game is because Dragon's Dogma 2 is on that list. Yes, indeed. And that's pretty exciting to me, because at this point, Steam is starting to build up, right? We're hearing about little bits of this game from different sources, different kinds of rumors about it from different places. We heard about it from the Capcom leak. Now we're hearing about it on this NVIDIA leak. We know the Capcom leak, it was being worked on at some point in time, as of at the point at which the leak was accessed. And now we're hearing about it again from this NVIDIA thing. And all I want to say at this point is I feel like it's coming, but it's still a little ways away. Again, it's, to me, news of this game through this recent piece of news, it's exciting, and it's just another little piece that you can add to the pot that's mixing up and getting stirred, as far as as far as this game being a thing, and that maybe we'll hear about it officially in some capacity soon. Unfortunately, E3 came and went, and there was nothing about it then. I know that many people in the Dragon's Dogma community were disappointed about that. On YouTube, there's a couple of Dragon's Dogma streamers, content makers, who primarily make DD content, and a lot of people commenting there that were disappointed when it didn't show up there. And I honestly was not expecting anything from the Sony thing, so we can just write off that because there wasn't anything that happened then. But there's always hope. There's always Tokyo Game Show, and again, Tokyo Game Show. Truth be told, I'm not really expecting anything there again, just because Tokyo Game Show, they don't really. I never really expect super great announcements there, like super exciting stuff. I find that the announcements that come out of Tokyo Game Show tend to be for the local market, for the Japanese market, and much of the stuff that are announced at that show, they're not really internationally focused, at least broadly speaking. But again, it's encouraging that we're hearing little bits and pieces of Dragon's Dogma 2 from different places and different sources, whether they're rumors or not, or again, that's kind of why I was reluctant to call this thing a rumor or news. I don't really know what to call it, to be honest, because NVIDIA confirmed that the list was real, but then it was speculative in nature. And a little, if I could say something a little bit about that, it's calling it speculative. Like, to me, it sounds like they were just trying to save their butts a little bit. Like, that a leak came out and they were like, oh boy, we got to do something about it. We can't deny it, but maybe we can kind of cover our tracks a little bit by saying it's speculative. Who knows? I had read from another commentator on Twitter that, like, just because the game is on that list, it could mean that they were real at one point in time, but maybe not anymore. So perhaps, some of the other games listed there, and perhaps Dragon's Dogma as well, maybe they were being made, but then they were eventually canceled or turned into something else. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about it right now. So, yep. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.